Good morning, everyone, respected ma'am, and my dear friends. Today I am going to discuss about skin sensitization. So, what is skin sensitization? Skin sensitization is the allergic response to a substance after skin contact. So, when our skin come in contact with any allergic substance like chemicals, pollutants, then our skin produces an allergic response which is called as skin sensitization. So skin sensitization is an immunological response of our body to previous exposure to a substance which results in an inflammatory skin reactions. So an allergic skin reaction is usually presented as a red, itchy, bumpy rashes. So previous exposure to a specific substance is very necessary for skin sensitization. Now coming to the skin sensitizers. So skin sensitizers are the chemicals which are able to produce a allergic response when come in contact with the skin. And these skin sensitizers are termed as allergic contact dermatitis (ACD) in humans. So as we can see here in the skin, as a result of the allergic response, some redness or rashes is seen. Then skin sensitization OECD. So this updated version of the original guideline 406 adopted in 1981. It is the outcome of a meeting of OECD experts which held in Paris in May 1991. So this OECD guideline gives attention to the possible improvement in relations to the animal welfare. Uh, Currently, quantitative structure activity relationships and in vitro models are not sufficiently developed to play a significant role in the assessment of the skin sensitization. So, we must continue with the in vivo models for the assessment of the skin sensitization. Now, coming to the methods for skin sensitization. So, for the skin sensitization test, guinea pig is the animal of choice, and it is used from several decades. So mainly two types of tests have been developed. First one is adjuvant test and second one is non-adjuvant test. So here adjuvant test is the guinea pig maximization test and non-adjuvant test is the broiler test. But in the original guideline, that is 406, 4 adjuvant tests and 3 non-adjuvant tests were considered to be acceptable. So in this updated version, the guinea pig maximization test of magnesium and ligament which use adjuvant 1, 2, 3 and 4 and the non-adjuvant broiler test 5 and 6 are given preference over other method and the procedures are presented in detail. So what is adjuvant? So adjuvant is a substance which enhances the body's immune response to an allergen. And here, as adjuvant, FCA is used. So FCA is a solutions of antigen which is emulsified in a mineral oil and used as an immunobooster. So it is composed of inactivated and dried mycobacteria. Now coming to detail of guinea pig maximization test. So first, sex of the animals. So here we can use male or female animals, but if we are using females, they should be non-pregnant, and the body weight of the animal should be in between 250 to 500 gram. When the test animals are initially exposed to the test substance by intradermal injections or by epidermal applications, following a rest period of 10 to 14 days. So this rest period is called as induction period, during which an immune response may develop and the animals are exposed to a challenge dose. Then the extent and degree of skin reactions to the challenge exposure in the test animal is compared with that demonstrated by the control animals. Uh, and these control animals also undergo same treatment during induction and receive the challenge exposure. So now coming to the housing and feeding conditions. So the temperature of the experimental animal room should be 20 degrees Celsius and the relative humidity should be 30 to 70%, where the lighting sequence should be 12 hours light and 12 hours dark. And for feeding, conventional laboratory diet may use with an unlimited supply of drinking water. And with the drinking water, it is very essential that guinea pigs should receive adequate amount of ascorbic acid. So why the ascorbic acid is very important for guinea pig? Because guinea pig cannot produce ascorbic acid, so it is very essential to give them vitamin C so that they are protected from scurvy. Now observation of skin appearance after guinea pig maximization test. So as we can see here, after this test, the test area will look like this. Now coming to the preparation of the animals. So here, first acclimatization. So acclimatization means adapted to a new environment. That means the animals are adapted to the laboratory conditions at least 5 days prior to the test, so that they can adapt themselves with a new environment. And before the test, the animals are randomized and assigned to the treatment groups. Then after that, uh, hair of the tested area is removed by clipping, shaving, or by chemical depilations. And while removing the hairs, care should be taken to avoid the abrading of the skin. Then animals are weighted before the test, and again after completion of the test, again the weight of animals are taken. Now coming to the reliability check. So what is reliability? Reliability check is the measure of reliability which is obtained by administering the uh, same test substance twice over a period of time to a group of animals, and after giving the test substance to the group of animals, correlate the test scores of the two tests, and after that evaluate the test for stability over the period of time. Then the sensitivity and reliability of the experimental technique used should be assessed every 6 months. So the sensitivity and reliability of the experiment should be assessed every 6 months, uh, and it is done by using the substance which are known to have mild to moderate skin sensitization properties. And In a properly conducted test, a response of at least 30% in an adjuvant test and at least 15% in a non-adjuvant test should be expected for mild to moderate sensitizers. Now coming to the procedure of guinea pig maximization test. So first of all, number of the animals. So a minimum of 10 animals is used in the treatment group and at least 5 animals in the control group. But when fewer than 20 test and 10 control guinea pig have been used, it is not possible to conclude that the test substance is a sensitizer. So testing in additional animal to give a total of at least 20 test and 10 control animal is strongly recommended. So if we use less than 20 test and 10 control guinea pig, then the substance which we are using for induction, it is not called as sensitizers. So we should use minimum of 20 in test group and 10 in control group. Then after that, induction. So induction is done initially on the skin of the soldier region, and for that, first of all, the hair of this region is uh, taken off by shaving, clipping, or any other method. Then induction is done with 3 intradermal injection on day 0 in the treated group, and in the control group also the induction is done with 3 intradermal injection on day 0. And for these inductions, the concentration of the test substance which is used for this induction, it should be well tolerated and it should be highest to cause mild to moderate skin irritations. And the concentration used, it should be highly non-irritant dose. So for appropriate concentration, uh, a pilot study is done by using 2 or 3 animals. So it is very necessary to do a pilot study. So now what is pilot study? So pilot study is the preliminary study. So it is done by taking 2 or 3 animals and it is done to determine the adverse reactions or the adverse effect or the reactions of the test, the cost, everything. So it is very necessary to do a pilot study before conducting the test. Then after that, coming to the induction. So induction by intradermal injections in the test group. So 3 pair of intradermal injections of 0.1 ml volume are given in the soldier region. Here the first is injection 1. It is a 1:1 mixture of FCA by water or physiological saline. Then injection 2, it is the test substance in an appropriate vehicle at the selected concentration. Then injection 3, so it is the test substance at the selected concentration formulated in a 1:1 mixture of FCA by water or physiological saline. So here injection 1 and 2 are given close to each other and nearest to the head, and the injection 3 is given towards the caudal part of the test area. Now coming to the control group. So here also 3 pair of injection is given. The injection of 0.1 ml volume are given in the same site as in the treated animals, that means in the soldier region. And here injection 1 is the 1:1 mixture of FCA by water or physiological saline. Then injection 2 is the undiluted vehicle, and injection 3 is a 50% of weight by volume formulation of the vehicle in a 1:1 mixture of FCA by water or physiological saline. So this induction can also done by topical application, and then after 5 to 7 days later, in both the treated and control groups, skin is painted with 0.5 ml of 10% sodium lauryl sulfate in Vaseline to create a local irritation. So, to create a local irritation, what will do? The skin will be painted with sodium lauryl sulfate in Vaseline. Then, 24 hours later, the test substance is applied under occlusion for 48 hours. So, this substance is applied under occlusion. That means this substance is applied in a tested area uh, by covering the area which like dressing or gloves. So this is called as occlusion, and it is done for 48 hours. And after that, challenge is done on day 20 or 22, which re-applications of patches for 24 hours, and results are assessed at 48 and 72 hours after challenge. Now, Magnesium and Klickman grading scale for evaluation of challenge based patch test reaction. So after completion of the test, uh, by this grading scale, challenge patch test reaction evaluation is done. So according to this grading scale, 0 means no visible change, uh, and 1 means discrete or patchy erythema. So discrete or patchy erythema means we can see redness or rashes in a small area of our skin. Then 2 means moderate and confident erythema. So moderate and confident erythema means we can see rashes or inflammation in an area of the skin with confident bumps. Then 3 means intense erythema and swelling. So it means we can see intense erythema with swelling. So swelling means the skin or other part of the body enlarges. That means the bumps uh, got bigger in size and it become round. And swelling occurs due to accumulation of the fluid. Then after that, re-challenge. So if it is necessary to clarify the results obtained in the first challenge, sometimes re-challenge is done. So in second challenge, we can do the second challenge by taking the same control group or by taking a new control group, and it should be considered approximately 1 week after the first one. Then coming to the second test, that is Wheeler test method. So it is a non-adjuvant test, and here coming to the procedure. So here also a minimum of 20 animal is used in the treatment group and at least 10 animal is used in the control group. Then here induction is done by topical application. So for the induction, the concentration of the test substance used should be highest to cause the mild irritations, and the concentration should be non-irritating dose. So here also, to determine the appropriate concentration, a pilot study is done by using 2 or 3 animals. And for if the test substance is water soluble, then it is appropriate to use water or a dilute non-irritating solution or surfactant as the vehicle. So here, uh, treated group in day 0, the test patch system is applied to the test area and held in contact with the skin by an occlusive patch of chamber and a suitable dressing for 6 hours. So here the test patch system which is applied, it should be fully loaded with this substance in a suitable vehicle, or if this substance is liquid, then it can be applied undiluted if appropriate. Then we can directly apply it if it is liquid in nature. And here a cotton pad is appropriate and can be circular or square, but should approximate 4 to 6 centimeter. So for dressing, we can use cotton pad, which should be approximately 4 to 6 centimeter. Now coming to the control group, here also a test patch system is held in contact with the skin by an occlusive patch or chamber and a suitable dressing for 6 hours. Then observations. So approximately 21 hours after removing the patch, the challenge area is cleared of hair. Then approximately 30 hours after applications of the challenge patch, the skin reactions are observed and recorded according to the gradient shown in the Guinea pig maximization test. So the skin reaction is recorded according to the same grade scale which is used in the Guinea pig maximization test. Then again, approximately 24 hours after the 30 hours observations, skin reactions are again observed and recorded. Then a re-challenge. So for this test also, re-challenge is done if it is necessary. So re-challenge is done by using same control group, or we can use a new control group, and it should be uh, done approximately 1 week after the first challenge test. So after completion of that test, clinical observation is done. So all skin reactions and any unusual finding, including systemic reactions resulting from inductions and challenge procedures, should be observed and recorded. So other procedure like histopathological examinations, then measurement of skin fold thickness, these procedures can also be carried out to clarify the doubt of the reactions. So this is all about skin sensitization. Thank you.